presentation. Recording in progress. Are you doing your presentation through Canva?
Yes.
Okay. Just checking.
All right. Well, I appreciate you guys. Welcome to this. Oh my goodness. Sorry. Welcome to this webinar on Protect Your Energy. And it is my mission to help people up-level their mental health. I have worked in mental health and substance abuse for like 20 years. So most of my life, right? Because I'm only 25, just joking. But I've seen the ramifications of what mental health and anxiousness does to our bodies and how it just really paralyzes women. And I really want to help women live in their alignment and their purpose and in their light. And this is really a mission of mine. So I love this presentation. So I hope you like it as well. We always start with gratitude, you guys. I absolutely, when I wake up in the day or when I have to reframe my day, the first thing that we need to do is start with gratitude. It does turn what we have into enough, just like this slide says. But when you wake up in the day, starting your day with an intention, just as a side note, really helps your day go more smoothly. Okay. So you guys can put in the chat something that you're grateful for today. I would appreciate it. Just post in the chat and we'll read those. Just something that has gone really well for you or you're so thankful for. I will start. We got a really, really nice rain this morning and it was very, very, very much needed. It lasted quite a while and I was very, very grateful for that. We've had too many fires as of late and it was helpful. All right, what do we have here? Miss Nancy Lee, you guys are going fast. Oh my gosh, you got your Facebook group. Awesome. You started it and opened it up for the challenge.
Yeah, for the challenge that Pam and I are doing yet. So
awesome. You did, Rachel, have beautiful weather this morning. That was really beautiful until those clouds came in. Nancy, you got to spend time with your husband. That is amazing as well. I did that as well briefly in between. So very, very grateful. Thank you guys for sharing those moments. And that really helps us when we can write down even 3 to 5 things we're grateful for every day in the way when you start your morning or even before you go to bed. It really helps reframe anything that is going downhill or anything for you. Rachel, I think Nancy will put that in the chat, right? Nancy, I see you're kind of
I'll
typing
put it
away.
in there now.
Perfect. It is amazing. It is amazing. So gratitude is a game changer. It is what I do, what I've done in the last 5 years to really change my mind. What the words we say out loud connect to whatever happens around us and for us. So if we're talking positivity, then positive things will flow back to us just like a boomerang effect, right? If we're putting it out, we're smiling at people, we're holding doors, we're saying thank you, we're kind to other humans, the universe will have our back and reciprocate that. So this is basically the journey of this presentation to get you from this frustrated, kind of anxious, maybe even some head tension spot that you have. We're going to take this journey up this road into feeling healthy, and ready to go. And I think I have somebody. Amanda, are you still here? Yes, you are. I think Kim is there. I can see it. Never
yes,
mind.
I am.
A new person coming in. Okay.
I don't see any of that, Shannon, just so you are aware.
Okay, perfect. Hi, Kim. Thank you for being here. So this is going to be the journey of this presentation. We want to get you from where you are right now, maybe if it's not so great, and we're going to enhance what you're already doing or enhance your mental awareness or just the things you do to your day for yourself, self-care to up level and be supercharged and full of energy without the anxiousness. So we are looking at this. So there's 3 types of people in this workshop already. We have a variety of beautiful, amazing, unique, individuals here. And there's gonna be 3 types of people in here. You're all here because you're wanting to know maybe a holistic approach or maybe another remedy to help yourself with physical or emotional wellness, or you were just curious about what this is, right? So you're here asking questions, kind of living like there might be another opportunity for me to up level what I'm already doing. The second type of person that's in this group right now is a person that's like really good sharer, and they have a whole counter full, Miss Rachel, a whole counter full of essential oils and products that is game changing, and they're really loving the way it feels, and they want to share them with their girlfriends. Thank you, Anna, for being here. And I know you guys are connected already. And so you guys might all have essential oils, you might all have products, but you might learn something today. So I'm so excited that you're here. And then there's a third type of person. The third type of person is like, holy cow, I have been using all these oils and products and I feel so much different. And I really want to change my financial situation and the financial situation of my family. And that is a third type of person that's really wanting to do a business or maybe even a side hustle just to counteract maybe the groceries getting a little higher, maybe the gas prices are a little hurting the pocketbook. And so that is the third type of people. So if you want to put that in the chat, if you're A, B, or C, if you want to just think about it, we'll chat about this later again as the presentation goes. Okay. This is like, I don't know, this used to be me. And some days I feel like it's still me. Let's just be honest right now. But if you could protect your energy before you even got to your computer, before you even walked out to go to work in the day, how would this change your life? This is just like a question to think about. Like if you knew that you had a tool, an emotional toolbox, if you will, to really just calm you down throughout your day, how would that change how you feel? How would that change how you were a mom or a wife or a partner in business? I know that when I get scattered and overwhelmed, I get kind of snippy, kind of just short tempered, right? And that's not really me. I love connecting with human. I'm a relationship builder and I love connecting with other people all over with different modalities. And when I feel that tension, I know I need to pour in goodness into myself. And I'm so excited to share with you some tools that have worked for me and my team to do this. So as we talk about essential oils today, we're going to talk a couple different products, but doTERRA, if you don't know, is the #1 essential oil company in the world. We do get our oils from 45 different countries all over. We impact source them, where they grow the harshest, where they grow the best, and where they have the best chemistry to be of enhancement to our bodies and for our emotions. Okay. But there are 5 different categories of products that doTERRA has that you can do a safe swap in as you learn more throughout your journey, right? There's shampoo, there's lotions, there's spa products, there's supplements, and there also is essential oils. Okay. So we have women, we think a lot, right? We just really do. We think too much, too many thoughts, really. So we have repeating thoughts every single day, but we have about 6,000 thoughts every single day. 90% of those thoughts that we have are like on just a revolving door. Every single day, they're the same things. We didn't get the laundry done. We didn't get the dishes done. We should have done this. We should have done that. The kids have soccer practice. I need to work on my webinar. I have to do this on the computer. Whatever your list of things to do, right? We have so many things repeating in our head every single day. The biggest thing that is scary is that 80% of those repeating thoughts are all negative. Okay, so that is where that gratitude practice comes in. That is where that reframe, right? So if you're thinking negative thoughts, it is how you change those thoughts. It's going to make all the difference in your day. And this is just statistics that are just kind of surprising. And if you're surprised, put it in the chat like, whoa, right? This is kind of scary, but something to just think about. So when we go into this is kind of on the rendition of the negative thoughts. So have you guys heard the story about being a crab or the crabs in a bucket? Yeah, Nancy, it's very scary. Oh my gosh, Rachel, you got the vitamins. That is so amazing. I'm so glad. I can't wait for you to get them. So crabs in a bucket, okay? If you put one crab in a bucket, if you go to the ocean and you chase crabs, have you ever done that? I'm from Washington State, so I love getting crabs. It's really fun for me. I haven't done it for so many years. But if you put one crab in a bucket, he's gonna get out, which has happened to me. But if you put 8 crabs or even 5 crabs in a bucket, when that one crab is going to try to climb out, the next crab is going to pull him down and be like, no, I'm going to get out. Right. And then the next crab is going to be like, no. And they're going to continue to pull every single crab down until they're all exhausted and they all perish. So basically, don't be the crab in the bucket, right? You really, whatever you pour out comes back to you. And this is just another visual. I learn visually, and so I wanted to give you guys this image and this visual as well. Don't be the crab in the bucket. The reason that we're here today is the staggering statistics that I was given not very long ago. And I was like, we really have to promote mental health. We really need to up-level women's emotional wellness so that we do not just do not continue this cycle. So since 2018, depression and anxiety has risen from a mere 8% to more than 30%. This is staggering and it's very, very scary. I know in the last 2 years have been really challenging for a lot of people with job security, with leaving their jobs, with choosing to leave their jobs, with fear and just the unknowing of what's going on, or just generalized fear has caused us a lot of anxiousness and a lot of sadness. And so it has up-leveled really in the last 2 years. And this is why we're here today. So you all here with a question, like, what can I do? What can I do for my anxiousness? How can I support this discomfort that I have? Or what if I have this disease process already? What is there to do, right? A lot of things are a Band-Aid. A lot of times it just masks the problem. So what we're going to do today is we're going to find the root, get to the root of the issue. We're going to fix it. Okay. And I'm excited to share with you some very simple tactics to really just fix the problem and not just put a Band-Aid over it. So everything is intertwined. All right. I just wanted to let you guys know, and again, give you some bright images in front of you that our emotions are connected to our organs, and our organ system are connected to our discomfort, and vice versa. Everything is interconnected. So if one thing is off, kind of like Amanda talks about your root chakra, right? If any chakra in your body is off, your root chakra is off, right? Your root chakra drives your entire system. Well, our emotions and our gut drive our entire system as well. And so if we do not take care of our gut, which we're going to talk a little bit ahead in this presentation, everything else kind of goes sideways. We have more discomfort. We have more emotional upheaval. So it's really what you're eating, what you're pouring into your body that really can make an impact on how you feel and how you react in your day. Put it in the chat if you like this slide, ladies, that were here earlier. So our body, we have 3 brains. We do have the mind, right? Is the brain. The heart is another brain, and the gut. And you guys, we're going to talk about the gut a lot today. They do interact all the time, but 90% of our serotonin, which is a neurotransmitter, is, thanks, Nancy, is a neurotransmitter, is created in our intestines. It's not created in the heart. There is a little bit created in the back of our brain, in our primitive brain, okay? But most of it is created in our gut. So if you are like having gut discomfort or digestive issues, if you have sensitivities to food even, or if you're suffering from feeling more low or more anxiousness, the key to promote this to be different or for you to feel a change is to basically pour into your gut and just help your gut heal with different remedies. And also just a side note, because it just kind of came to me, we just got to download here. When your serotonin is elevated and your serotonin is good, right? You're creating serotonin. You're also creating dopamine, right? And that is another neurotransmitter. When those two are elevated, your cortisol level lowers and your heart level lowers. And we really want to have a balance between our cortisol being down here and not on fight or flight. We want our serotonin to be up here, right? When we've had trauma or things that have happened in our past or the last 2 years, you guys, everybody, I shouldn't even say 1 in 4 people have had trauma anymore, because we have had a huge challenge the last 2 years, right? And so normally when you have just our normal receptors, there's a road, just kind of like the journey in the very beginning, there's a road and there's a neural pathway in the center, right? And it's like a box and you can go so far up. And when you get close to that top, our cortisol level raises and we get to fight or flight if we get past that line, right? Well, then when we get low and our dopamine level is low, when we get lower and lower, when we get close to that bottom, we get below that, that's when our freeze starts, right? So it's another cortisol response. So we really want to pour in our gut so that we're having more serotonin and more dopamine so that our cortisol, our fight or flight, or primitive brain is not overactive, okay? Does that make sense? All right, this is the health pyramid. And you guys, I used to skip this. I know you ladies heard this, but I really did skip this. And my body was tapping me and saying, hey, sister, you can't ignore this anymore. And it really was a game changer for my health and my wellness, my mind, my hormones, and my weight. Let's just be honest. So this is okay. So this is the journey to our health, right? The bottom one is this cute little kitten, and you know how cats, right? Cats sleep wherever they are. They find a little sunny spot in your house and they just follow the sun and they take little cat naps throughout the day. And I just said I did take a cat nap. I did just like pour a little goodness in myself. I reset for about 30 minutes in the middle of my day. I was like, I'm probably gonna be up all night, but it's fine. I needed it. So we really should get 6 to 9 hours of sleep every single day. And to do that, we should really turn our phones to sleep or not have our phones right by our head. We even talked earlier about how to protect us from our phones by putting a black dot or a different element to protect us from the EF, from the radiation from our phones, the EMF. Or EMFR, the radiation from our phones, the electromagnetic radiation that constantly is pouring out with the Wi-Fi and the connectiveness, right? We're constantly on our phones. We're at our computers for work or for school or for Zoom. I know I'm on Zoom throughout my day, or I'm working on my programs. That is amazing. I try. I have been sleeping more in the last couple of years than I have probably in my entire life. And it's really been really great. So teenagers are really hard with this, right? My teenager got home at 1:30 this morning. She was up at 7 o'clock. Granted, she got probably enough sleep, but she's been going all day long, right? And so she'll probably won't get sleep tonight. And that causes our body to get taxed, our mental health to get taxed, our little snippiness, right? And it will cause her to get sick if she does not pour goodness into herself or slow down. She does graduate in 2 weeks, so she's not going to slow down probably until after that. Then I'll probably never see her. She'll probably be sleeping for days. The next segment here is really pouring goodness into your body. Whole foods, natural foods, things that you can grow in your garden that come naturally in your backyard. You know, even the nutrients that we use to spice our foods, like the turmeric and the sage and all those cilantro, all those things, when you can grow them naturally produce, they're going to be better for our system, right? So if we could even 1% change, pour goodness into our body and skip the fast food line or skip the latte. I know lattes are so good. Just that refined sugar and those processed foods are not good for our gut and inhibit our hormones to work correctly, okay? The next level is movement. Every single day we should move. We should move our body. We can go up and down the stairs. Every 45 minutes, if we're having to sit at the computer desk, if we're doing homework or we're doing on Zoom or we're sitting at the office, right? Some of us are in cubicles. Some of us can roam around. Get in the sunshine, move your body for 5 to 15 minutes, and it's really going to actually make your cognitive function better. You're going to be more alert, more focused if you do move around. This morning, I danced to a song. I sang a song out loud. I, engaged my core and I felt my core working, right? And so you can do exercises however, right? You could stretch before you get out of bed. Before you get on your phone, drink a glass of water, then stretch your body and then go make your coffee, right? There's really great ways you can introduce new ways to start your morning so that you have a better day, okay? Just little things. They're not hard. Try one thing and change, do it every single day for 21 days and then add something to it, something fun, right? When I have a lot of things to do on my list, I do something that I really don't like to do, and then I do a fun thing. And then I do something else that maybe is not my favorite, and then I get a fun. So it's kind of like when you're a kid and you get, I don't know, candy for being good. I don't know. So the next level is supplements. And we just talked about organic food and whole foods and how important they are to our system. And I truly believe that they are. I know they are because my system is completely different. And I see all my friends that are on our team that are dietitians and they're just pouring smoothies and celery juice and all these things down, right? It's so good for our system. Our food is not the same as it was 50 years ago. So the nutritional value of our food, even if we're eating healthy every day, even if we're eating organic or growing our own or making our own from scratch, it is not the same quality it was 50 years ago, right? Here in the US anyway. It might be different where you're from or where you're watching this if you're watching the recording, but it's just not the quality that it used to be. And so we do have amazing supplements to support your gut and to support your entire system here at doTERRA. And they're amazing. And I've had great benefits, as well as so many people on my team have really great stories of how the supplements have benefited them. If these bottom 4 wheels of this pyramid, you're like, I'm doing it all, I'm sleeping, I'm eating healthy, I'm working out, I'm in the best shape of my life, I'm doing the supplements. And if you're still having some disease process, if you're still having some anxiousness, you're using your essential oils, you're resetting yourself, right? You're going to have to go to the top tier, and that is to find out what's going on, right? And you can absolutely blend the two together. You can absolutely use a holistic approach, whether it be getting in nature, you're going to see in a minute, essential oils, supplements, products, food with your with the other approach. All right. It is not one or the other ever. A lot of times it is a mesh of both. Okay. So Nancy, this is for you, Mrs. Nancy Lee. Whole foods versus crap food. So whole foods is like what we could grow, what comes naturally occurring. I can't eat the bottom one, but you guys probably can, right? I'm gluten intolerant, so I can't eat this. But the left side is what you really want to focus on, what you want to pour into your system, into your body, into your brain and gut, at least 1 to 2 times a day, right? If you don't do any of it now, go ahead and start doing it once a day. I don't want to be like, throw out all the stuff and just eat carrots and kale, right? You don't want to do that because your body's going to be mad. You're going to be mad actually. If you just take everything out all at one time, it's not going to be very fun. But sugar is a game changer when you take out just refined sugar. And that just means simply if you're looking at the box and there's 7 to 10 or 24 grams of sugar added, those are the things you might not want to choose to eat. Okay. That really helps your system flush, it helps your organs. It also helps level out your blood sugar, which makes your mouth nicer and your hormones work correctly. Okay. When your blood sugar is elevated, it kind of makes you, I don't even know how to describe that. You get kind of more anxious and you bite at so many people. I don't know if you've had anybody or experienced anybody that has an issue with their blood sugar fluctuating. It runs in my family. So I do everything that I can do to prevent me from having those feelings. So like we said, if you just make 1% difference every day, if you chose one meal every single day, or if you chose to move for 5 minutes every single day, if you just changed one thing about your morning routine or your day routine, after a year's time, that 1% is going to be game changing for your family and for your life, right? Your disease process, the way you feel, your emotions, your pain, everything together is going to be hugely different. Now flip that coin. If you do 1% less, if you don't move your body, if you don't get into nature, if you don't get into sunshine, if you don't eat healthy, 1% less over a year is going to be really, really negative for you, right? We don't want to do that. Awesome. Rachel, we will talk about that. Any of these antioxidant foods are going to be really good for your thyroid and to really promote your thyroid. I have a personal blend and some things that I do. So knowing that, I will get with you and we'll chat about what I do. Yes, broccoli and cauliflower are so good. I love broccoli, you guys. And side note, I use my air fryer for so many things. Amanda was like, you put your vegetables in your air fryer? Yep, I do. I put them frozen in my air fryer. And so I get Misfits box. I don't know if you guys get that where you guys are. I do order a Misfits box and so I create that. And it comes to my door and it's all organic fruits and vegetables. And so I get broccoli and celery and lemons and all these amazing organic whole foods come to my door. It's amazing. Yes. Oh my gosh, you guys, air fryer is my jam. Miss Nancy. Oh, did you have a question? I didn't know if you had a question.
Oh, no, sorry. I guess I just had my hand, but yes, air fryer is my lifeline.
I know, I like it. Cause I'm like, I should like go in there and let's see, how do you describe it without saying negative things? My mother is an amazing chef. And I can go to her house and get this amazing meal with couscous and like this amazing things that I am just like, I don't know if it's the patience in me. I don't know, but you guys, I make amazing food in the air fryer. I have put salmon in the air fryer. I put chicken in the air fryer. And I actually cooked steak in the air fryer not very long ago. It wasn't my favorite, but it was okay.
Yeah, I haven't tried steak, but I do fish and I do chicken. And the odd time I'll throw up some fries in there, but not that often because I just, yeah. But I mean, it's amazing how easy and how quick it is and how healthy it is. Yeah, I love it.
Yep. It's just like grilling, and we grill as soon as it gets warm and it's not 75-mile-an-hour winds where my grill is going to be down the street. We're going to grill more often. Right. And so I really love grilling. It's the best way, the most healthy way to cook, right? If you can just blanch or steam your vegetables, not cook them all the way. If you can air fry or grill or even roast, I don't know, something just hit my window. You guys, it's so windy here. So yeah, great ideas. I love this yes, we need to do a cooking class, Amanda. We should probably just put something together. I'll make lunch sometime or supper and we'll just get on live and we'll just do some things. So we talked about this, right, Nancy? We talked about how to be in nature. This is what you do. And it's just not cutting it's not cutting the cord right now. We got to up level what we're doing. This is me and Amanda. I was in Texas and I don't remember if I needed a reframe or she needed a reframe, but we went and hugged a tree. She was in Arizona. I was in Texas. It can still work, right? So get your feet in the dirt, get your feet in water, get your feet in your grass. It is really the best if it's unaltered land, but it doesn't have to be. If you can get in the woods or climb a tree or hug a tree, it's going to be amazing. Yesterday, it was warm here for the first time. It went from like snowing to like 92 yesterday. And so I did get some sunshine on my shoulders and I soaked every bit I could into my soul. It was amazing. So be in nature. This is one really awesome step to reset or reframe your mood. Okay. The next thing we're going to talk about is tapping into or breath work. And we're going to show you a tapping form, but there's really easy breath works you can do. And we do, ladies, we do in Renew Your Inner Yogi, we do a lot of live videos. Amanda and I, working on how to reframe you by tapping or breath work or different essential oils or working on your chakras. So if you guys want to join that group, I can sure send you a message on how to get in there. Or if Amanda, if you want to put it in the group, the Facebook group, that would be fine too. So we're going to show a tapping here. Let me know if you're good afternoon. I am Shannon Morrison, and I'm here with the beautiful Amanda White, and we are going to show you how to get tapped in, how to muscle test when I say kinesiology, when we get tapped in to do a gem session. So really quick, we're going to show you how this works. And Amanda and I already used our peppermint oil to get focused and tuned in just by doing that. That is our favorite oil to get focused. And so we're going to just briefly show you how we're going to muscle test and then how I and she get tapped in together. Okay, so Amanda, are you ready?
I am ready.
Yay, awesome. Okay, so what we're going to do, and you can have your eyes open or your eyes closed, however you want to do. And we're gonna tap above our eyes, below our eyes, our chin, our thymus or our clavicle, and then we're last but not least, we're going to do this, okay? With 2 acai breaths, where you breathe in your nose and then you put the tongue to the roof of your mouth and you just sigh it out, okay? So we're going to bring in like this best sunny day from Arizona in our soul, and we're going to let go of any tension, any negativity in our body when we sigh and let that breath out, okay? All right, so let's get started. We're going to take a deep breath in, 2 breaths each station. 2 breaths in. So 1 breath in, we're going to tap lightly on our above our eyes. Deep breath in. You guys can join if you want. It. Good job. 1 more breath. Deep breath in. Let that tension go. 2 breaths underneath your eyes. We're going to tap gently underneath our eyes. Deep breath in, pouring in that light. And release. 1 more there. Okay, now for our chin. 2 breaths here. Awesome job. 1 more. And you might even feel your body going back and forth already, getting tapped in. So 2 breaths. We're going to put our tap on our clavicle now, or our thymus chakra. And release. 1 more deep breath in. Give it a little more love. We're going to do 1 more. All right, and the last stage is we're going to tap our pinkies together, kind of like fanning in front of our face. This is going to get our lymphatic system going. We're just going to take 2 deep breaths in, 1 at a time, of course. And then let it go. Relax your shoulders. Awesome job. And then we're going to just shake it off. We're going to shake whatever we have left in our hands, just shake off our body. Just shake it off however you see fit. Do a little dance, a little jig, and just shake it off. Perfect. Okay. Now we're going to see, that was our tapping in, right? We tapped in. Do you feel relaxed?
I do, and I am tapped in. I know exactly what's happening inside of me right now.
Good deal. Good deal. Like I felt us like we were connected. So I know because I was rocking back and forth. So if you could see that, I was already rocking back and forth, right? Okay, so Amanda, it's gonna be kind of weird. and this is the form of kinesiology that I use when I do a gym session. And I normally ask a question and I test for you normally, but I want to teach you how to test for yourself. This is really useful when you're in doing, what essential oil do I need to use? What, if I'm in a crystal store, is this crystal going to help me in my energy of my goals or my aspirations right now? That kind of thing. So this is really going to help you in holistic wellness, opportunities to like just serve you and protecting your energy. So this is a great tool. So we're going to, I'm going to out loud have you say, like, with authority, we know it's wrong, but it's okay. With authority, my name is Michelle. Be like, my name is Michelle.
Okay. My name is Michelle. Whoa. Not going to fight
Heels
it
or
that time.
toes? Heels or toes, Amanda? We all saw you move, but where did you feel the pressure?
Heels.
Heels. Okay, so now with authority, like you're in mountain pose, say, my name is Amanda.
My name is Amanda. Whoop.
Okay, so your yes is forward and your no is backwards. It was very evident. If you guys are watching this replay and this demo, it was very evident that she went backwards and very evident that she said yes or affirmed and came forward with yes, and she said no to backwards. So you can use this, Amanda, for any holistic practice that you're going to do. And you have a lot of tools in your toolbox. So maybe you're like, do I need Reiki right now? Do I need an essential oil right now? Do I need to use my Palo Santo wood? Do I just need to sit in child's pose? Do I need to be in nature? You can do all these things. Is breathing going to help me? Do I need to tap this out right now, right? Your body and your subconscious will know what you need. It's already been written. 90% of what we do every single day is already written, and your body and your mind already knows. So you just ask it and it'll tell you. Thank you so much for doing this. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to message me personally and I will help you get tapped in doing your next gem. Thank you so much.
So
Does anybody have any questions?
So while she was doing that, so that's like by her going back for no and forward for yes. So that's like we're using your body as a pendulum.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. And so you guys, 90%, like I said in that video, 90% of what we think about and what we do and what we're going to do is on replay. It's just like you're driving to work or you're driving to the store and you're like, oh crap, did I pass First Street? Because your subconscious keeps you in your lane of traffic. It keeps you in the car. It keeps you going, right? But it's subconsciously. We need that because we don't have to think about breathing. We don't have to think about tying our shoes. We don't have to think about that. But so that is how we get tapped into our subconscious. When I do a gem session, it really is. And for those that are new, Miss Anna and Nancy, I think that's an I hope. If I did it wrong, I apologize. Generational emotional mapping is an amazing protocol to create an emotional blueprint into your subconscious, releasing the emotion or the image attached to a trauma or a negative event in your life. And so what we do is when we do that tapped in, you're saying yes or no to the protocol, and then we release those negative emotions that are holding you back. For you, Nancy, like if you're doing a gem session, we release it for you, for your children, and anybody above you who didn't resolve that. So yes, everything in the protocol is numbered. Everything that I ask you is in numbers, and your body already knows. You don't actually know. I wouldn't even have to say anything out loud for you to hear. All I would do is ask you if I can test for you, and you would say yes or no. And then your subconscious is going to let me in, right? Your subconscious is going to be like, yep, she's safe. We do talk about being safe and secure because when we get into trauma or we get into different events in your life, that kind of comes up a little bit. So we just kind of talk and pour in. That's what you pour in, that white light. Sometimes, depending on what people are working on, I'm like, pour in, I'm safe and secure. I'm safe right now in my home. And we do this via Zoom or in the room that you see behind me. So we can do it via Zoom. But yes, you can act like a pendulum. So if you're like Nancy were talking about, if you're still anxious and you're like, I went in nature, I did this, I drank my water, I used my vitamins, I showered. Sometimes it's like, I need to reset. Like I need to just go shower. I need to start over, if you did all that and you're still like what's next? You know, you can tap into yourself. I don't have to tap into myself now. I can just go up to an essential oil. I can grab my Palo Santo, or I could ask myself, do I need Palo Santo? Apparently I do. Do I need to go out in nature? No, probably because there's 75-mile-an-hour winds, right? My body already knows what I need, and no one else is going to know you're rocking, right? There's different ways to test yourself. There's like the sticky feeling, there's a ring, but this is the easiest way that I can teach you, that you can physically see it on a Zoom, and you can physically feel it on your feet, right? Wherever you are. So if you're in a crystal store, or you're in your wellness toolbox, if you're needing a Dr. Pepper in your mind, you'd be like, do I need a Dr. Pepper? Your body's going to be like, no, sister, it's not going to help you. That's just sugar. It's just going to make you worse, right? So you can test yourself for absolutely anything. Like if
I just did it, but I just did one in my mind, and my body actually went back. Oh, am I the one that's frozen?
Shannon, we can't see or hear you.
Oh, I actually thought it was my connection, but it must be Shannon's.
No,
She looks like she's frozen. Yeah,
maybe
she's
the
gone.
winds.
The wind. Oh, that's right. Her in the winds. Yeah, she's coming back. There she is.
Holy smokes. I was like, all of a sudden Nancy froze, and I was like, I hope this gets caught up. I hope this is not me. And it was. So I did mention it's 75-mile-an-hour winds here. Kim, you know what I'm talking about. I thank you for your patience. So Nancy, I missed what you said. So
Oh, sorry. Now, just as you were talking about saying, like, if you ask a question, how your body will react. So in my mind, I asked a question, and I didn't do it. My body just went back a little bit, and I said, oh, okay, I understand now what you're talking about. I just tried it just for see what would happen.
Yeah, because you just got tapped in, right? We just tapped, we just did it.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, you already, and that is what we do at the very beginning of a gym session, but you guys can do that proactively at home. You can tap it out. There's many YouTube videos to do different tapping sequences to lower your anxiety or reframe your mind. If you're frustrated, or your anger has come out, then you can absolutely just talk that out and tap the energy centers of your body and release it really quickly within a couple minutes without having to use a medication. So it's very a holistic way without that addictive side effect, right? Any other questions about that, you guys? Great questions. I'm so glad you guys worked with it. I will share screen again then. Hopefully it works. It stays. I'm sure it will. All right. So there are amazing products in our in what doTERRA has that is really good for your energy, your stamina, your metabolism. We're really going to talk about a couple key products to protect your energy. And when I talk about protecting your energy, this actually is from the outside coming in. Okay. The world is heavy. The energy is heavy. It's heavier when we go out in public. There's always a worry. I know when I went to the airport a couple months ago, it was just kind of heavy, and I hadn't been in the airport for a while, right? There's a little bit of fear involved, those kind of things. So I always, before I walk out the door, I always have an essential oil for protection on my body. Okay. There are a variety of them that work really good. Geranium is a really good one to up level our emotions to a level that we can do our day, if that's an issue. If you guys need support with your depression, or need support with mental health feelings of just feeling really sad, ongoing every single day, Geranium is going to be a game changer for you. I would encourage you to take it in a capsule, like 5 drops in a capsule, 1 or 2 times a day. And you're going to experience within just a couple days, the difference that oil has made for you. It's really great to put essential oil for protecting your energy from outside things on your forearms or your pulse points as well. So we do have a variety of them on here. Ylang ylang is the next one. Flower oils are really good to up level your emotions. Every flower will. A tree oil is going to ground you and protect you, just like when you go out in the woods, right? Just when you get in nature, you're going to get that same feeling with a tree oil, like frankincense. Frankincense and Northern Escape is my new favorite one. I really like Northern Escape. So the oils on here, tea tree is an amazing oil for protection. Okay. I know when I went to convention, when I went to leadership, I brought my tea tree roller with me because I put it on my forearms to protect myself. You guys were going to we're all holistic people, right? We're all wellness advocates, but there's always energy. And we all go into restaurants, we go in different places. There's more people. So I always use tea tree or lemon eucalyptus. I do also use these when I do a gem session, right? So I am a relationship builder. I'm a connector. I am really empathic. It's one of my top strengths in my strengths to my core. And so I tend to absorb other people's negative energies, right? I really try to help them and connect with them. That's why I really love doing gem. I could do that every single day to help unleash other people's negative emotions, right? But I don't want them sticking onto me or affecting my aura, right? And so I use these oils before I do a gem session for protection of myself. Okay. Any questions about how this works? So you see a diffuser here, right? You don't necessarily have to put an essential oil on topically. There are 3 ways to use it. I have discussed 2 of them already. I've discussed putting geranium in a capsule and taking that internally. And doTERRA is the most tested pure essential oil, tested grade essential oil. They're actually almost pharmaceutical grade essential oils that you can take them internally. Every single bottle of oil will tell you how to use that. There's no guessing, right? So with that, there's a lot of oils you can use internally. You can use them topically. You can dilute them with coconut oil, put them in a roller, put them on your feet for emotional wellness. There's a ton of reflex points on your feet and your hands, ladies, and it just positively affect your entire organ system in your body. Big toe, go straight to your brain. It makes your mouth nicer. Trust me, I know. The third way is aromatically. And so we did see Rachel's diffuser earlier, right? This is a different diffuser and I have mine way back there, is my favorite one, right? And that is the fastest way, even if we would just open up a bottle of oil, right? Even if I would I'm really good at this. I call it huffing, but if I would just do this, and I bet you my wild orange is put away, but it's okay. I'm gonna do this. Put a drop of wild orange and Copaiba in your hands because this is a game changer for anxious feelings. I'm going to cut my hands. This is what I gave you a recipe for, Nancy Lee. You're just going to inhale, okay? You're going to inhale it 2 times or as long as you want, and then you're still going to have some here, right? And you're just going to rub it on the back of your neck. Why? Because where do you feel your tension, ladies? If you get overwhelmed or if you get stressed or you get your energy lowered. Nancy, this is Copaiba and wild orange. And we talked about Copaiba. So it's Copaiba. We talked about frankincense too, but then wild orange. Those are 3 good ones. Yes, thank you, Amanda. So I do that. And you guys, I watched this lady, we were in a vendor event several years ago, and she worked for I can't even think, but it's like a crisis team that went around the country when we had the flooding here. Can't think of the word. Sorry, the word's not coming to me. And she walked into that gymnasium, and it was really shocking that how anxious she really was. And you bet, Nancy, really, really full of anxiety. She was almost couldn't even walk, and she really couldn't talk. And I was like, hey, you know, come sit down on my table. I'm going to put a drop of these 2 oils. Are you okay with this? And she's like, yes, because she was sweating. It was really bad. And so I put a drop of Copaiba in her hand. I had her rub it. I put a drop of wild orange. I had her rub it, and she smelled them. And it was just like she melted in my chair. And she was just like, oh my goodness, like my heart even feels better. And I was like, that's how fast it is. With seconds, you're going to change your brain, right? It's going to go in your nose, go to your frontal cortex, go to the fight or flight, lower your cortisol, and make you feel better, right? If you're going to smell peppermint like we did in that video and tapping, you're going to get focused instantly, right? So smelling an essential oil is going to reset and reframe you really, really quickly, right? If you put an essential oil on top of your skin topically, it's going to be in your skin within about 2 minutes, in your entire system within 20 minutes, right? So if you have discomfort, if you have anxiousness, if you're having something else going on, if your stomach doesn't feel good, right? You're having stomach discomfort, it's going to be a really, really quick approach to a remedy that's going to enhance and support you, right? Any questions about this? Okay. We're going to talk about my favorite product. I know you guys are aware that doTERRA is the #1 essential oil company in the world, but this is actually our top selling product because it is that amazing. The primary benefits are listed to the left side here. It's great for all over wellness. I know it's kind of like back and forth. It's like yin and yang, but it's really good to give you your energy, and it's really good to help you sleep, which is kind of weird, right? But I just feel like you have so much stamina and your brain is working better and your body and your metabolism is connected that then you can sleep at night, right? Maybe you get more done, but it does help every body system, right? Your lungs, your liver, your brain, your nervous system, your eyes. My hair has grown, right? I have better skin, those kind of things. The left one, Microplex VMZ, is all your food nutrients, your vitamins, your essential oils that you need, right? It has a tummy tamer in it. The middle Alpha CRS is going to be for your synapses. It's going to be for inflammation, for your heart health, for your brain health. It's going to really help you synergetically have these 3 products work together and work efficiently. Then the next one is your Omegas. This is all your fatty acids, your omegas in a bioavailable form that your body can absorb. And together they are game changing for your immunity and for your emotional health. Okay. This is just something that I really try to promote, and I try to encourage all of my friends and all of my teammates to be on because it really is a game changer with your overall health. Okay. Any questions about these? I mean, I have them here. I have a list of the things. So if you guys want to talk about it after this, we sure can go over anything. I added this because we talked about it last time. And I know that I saw this on Rachel's table also. We're talking about emotional wellness and to up-level our emotional state. And Adaptive was formulated about 3 years ago now, I think. And this is what it's for. This is why doTERRA created it, was to reduce our cortisol, calm our GABA, calm our central nervous system, and a product that is not addictive, that is bioavailable, that is healthy and natural. Okay. So the adaptive capsules, it does come in this trilogy. Okay. You can get them separate as well, because once you get the capsules, you're not going to need the oils as often. You're going to want the capsules routinely, but you won't have to order the other 2. Yes, Rachel, this helps me sleep significantly. Okay. Great question. So adaptive capsules are combined with clinically studied botanicals, right? So it has the botanicals. It's not just an essential oil in a capsule. Then there is essential oils, which, excuse me, I have a spelling error there. So I apologize. Thank you for your patience on that. And then the essential oils, the bottle is undiluted. So you can put that in your diffuser and blend it with Copaiba or blend it with your favorite citrus. Personally, love Adaptive with Citrus Bloom. It is amazing. It's just really good. And then I keep Adaptive roller in my purse, and I actually have one when I put my makeup on, because I put it on my root chakra every single day. Why? for protection, right? Safety and security, protection from the outside sources, protection and calming for my central nervous system. If you put anything on your spine, you guys, it's going to go to your entire system really quickly because all your nerves start and end at your spine. Okay. This is an amazing product. So many people that I know that have had debilitating anxiousness, this has been game changer for what they can do in a day and how they can live their life, living life better, right? Without medications, without the lab draws, without worrying about what it's doing to your liver, and not having the cognitive deficit. That is the biggest thing. Copaiba is the same way, right? It positively affects our mood. It positively affects every organ in our system. It is for our central nervous system, calms our GABA. Neither one of these is addictive, right? They're both really good for discomfort because they affect and positively affect our emotions. This really, if I'm not sleeping, if there's something going on and I'm like kind of stressed or I have a big thing that I need to do, I take the adaptive at night before I go to bed and I can sleep, right? My husband takes it in the morning and he has a really good day. Rachel's like, I'm on this. It's 9:30 at here and I'm going to take one. I love it. Actually 10:30, right? Oh my, no, 9:30. I'm ahead of the game. And so, yes, so it really does calm me. If I'm just struggling to get to sleep, it calms me enough to stop those lists, right? Stop those lists that I think that I have to get done and move on to get a really good sleep. So you can get this set together or you can get the products individually.
doTERRA is.
So we're going to talk about this. This is the heart of doTERRA. We talked just briefly that we get our essential oils from 45 different countries all over the world, and that's called co-impact sourcing. We get our essential oils. If you hear a story, ignore it. You're so funny. We get our essential oils from all over the world because they're grown in the best climate, in the best way, with small farmers that have done and grown these products like Melissa and Vetiver and Myrrh for generations upon generations, right? So we have a really good relationship and rapport with these small farmers, and they create an amazing product for us and for us to share with our friends and family, right? They get paid a fair wage right away. And that is different because there's no middleman. And so that is a completely different way of living and growing and sharing that they've ever experienced. So our co-impact sourcing efforts are really, really game changing, and it makes my heart so happy. The next thing that we have is, you're already in your jammies, Nancy. I love it. I love it. I'm not. I'm even Zoom appropriate up and down today. So just in case anybody wants to know. So the Healing Hands Foundation is really another really core piece and why I love doTERRA so much. You guys know that my journey, and some of you don't know. So if you're new, this is your first time seeing who I am. My journey was domestic violence. I was in a domestic violence relationship for over 10 years. I've been out now for 11, and this has been a long journey to healing. And I really want to help women. And I want to end the generational cycles that domestic violence has, right? On men and both boys and girls, right? And just help women. So one of my goals and my mission is to build a safe house with another woman that I am aligned with in Tobago. It is domestic violence is really bad there, and we have connected in this huge group that we are in. And so that is a mission. And doTERRA Healing Hands Foundation does create match programs and does create programs to help you create an impact all over the world. We do have things in all different countries. Nancy, on my website, you can even look at the Healing Hands, and you can see other service projects, or on your guys' website, if you already have an account, you can look at the Healing Hands and you can see what projects are going on in real time. Okay. There are 3 ways to donate to the Healing Hands program. When you buy the rose lotion, all of that goes to the Healing Hands program. When you buy or purchase the Hope Essential Oil Roller, which is really, really good for grief and trauma, it was created for sex trafficking victims. Actually, on the inside of the oil label, there is an 800 number to call for help to get the people to safety. All of that goes to for the funds to impact and stop sex trafficking and human trafficking. The third way is there's a little box at the bottom of your order form when you do an order or when you purchase essential oils. There's a little box that says donate $1 to Healing Hands. And I've clicked that box since I started using essential oils 10 years ago. So I don't know how many months that is. So that's how many dollars besides the other things that I have donated to. But we're going to just listen and just see this short video about the Healing Hands projects besides my mission, and it is going to be a team effort. So I would love any help, right? Any help to create this massive impact.
It's more than an essential oil company, and that's because of you. Because of your commitment to only using pure essential oils, we go straight to the source in 45 nations across the globe. Together, we're providing opportunities for and building relationships with farmers and harvesters. And as we do so, they share the needs, hopes, and dreams of their communities. Because of you, doTERRA Healing Hands can fund projects that provide access to education, meet healthcare needs, and ensure clean water and sanitation. Together, we're tackling some of our world's most challenging dilemmas. Thank you for teaming with us to provide relief in the wake of disasters, empowering women, offering tools for self-reliance, and in the fight against the horrific reality of human trafficking through the doTERRA Healing Hands Hope Model. And as you share your strengths and desires to make positive, sustainable change with others, choosing to engage in good in your communities and across the globe, remember that doTERRA Healing Hands is here to help you magnify your impact. Because of you, the world is changing. One drop, one person, one community at a time.
So I wanted to just also put this out here. I am looking for people that have a burning desire to change their position in life. So if you or anybody you know needs to find or is looking for another diversified form of income to just help supplement them, I am building a team to race to elite and to become founder in doTERRA. And it's a really big journey. It's going to be fun and it's going to create a really great impact all over the world. And I am super excited. So if anybody is that number 3 or that C option, just DM me or let me know after class and we will talk about that opportunity. There are amazing opportunities to get your own wellness collection. If you saw something here, if you're like, oh my gosh, I need this adaptive in my life. I know, Nancy, you were like, what is, Wild Orange and Copaiba? Like, I need those names. There is different ways to get a collection or a wellness toolbox, an emotional toolbox, if you will, in your hands coming to your door. I'm just sharing you 4 options. The top left one is really all about cleaning, organic cleaning, green cleaning, and immunity. Okay. The top right one is really a little bit about immunity and a whole lot of emotional wellness and grounding. You have Northern Escape and you have Adaptive in there. You have Cheer, you have Citrus, you have Serenity for sleep, right? You have a lot of really good oils in there and you have some immunity as well. And maybe you're like, I don't even know, this is my first time in doTERRA, I just want to dip my toe. The starter kit is amazing as well. Lemon, lavender, and peppermint have amazing 101 ways to use them. But in the next couple months, we do have this opportunity to build your own collection. So if you're like, none of these really look like I want these things, I want this, this, and this, maybe I want a spa product, maybe I want the On Guard soap, or I want to just do cleaning stuff. There is a variety of other opportunities to create your own guest bag. And we can talk about that after class, okay? When you guys do get your own wellness toolbox, some of you have already received these in the mail from me. You get a goodie bag and you get a free wellness consult. Okay. This is more than actually a $70 value, but this will come to your door as well. Jeez, sorry, something hit my window again. So you'll get, like, I don't know if you can see this, you'll get a little book that explains how to use your essential oils, some different processes that really works really great. I know we talked about symphony of cells or putting oils on your back. So there I do have some resources here that we can talk about afterwards that just really have helped my team, helped my family with all the things. Okay. So again, if you have thought about this and you're like, looking at this presentation and you think about Aunt Susie, or you think about your dad, or you're thinking about somebody else in your family that you're like, I think I really need to share this goodness with them. Then you might be the B person, right? That wants to just share or maybe even build, and just let me know, because I would help you help them find a remedy that they've been searching for a long time. You guys, I suffered from discomfort for a long time, and it wasn't until I found doTERRA and Deep Blue that I really connected that pain and emotions were connected. And when I reduced my pain, it was amazing. My emotions really up leveled, right? And so the pain and discomfort or disease process is your body tapping, saying, hey, sister, something else is going on, right? Our body is a vessel. It will do what it needs to do, okay? It will do what it needs to do if you fill your gut with goodness, your soul with warmth and self-care, right? And your brain with good, positive thoughts. So we talked about how to redesign your emotion code just briefly, about how to tap into a gem session. And so generational emotional mapping is something that I do outside of this. It is super interconnected with doTERRA, because I do use essential oils from doTERRA to help my clients process their emotions. So there's two ways to connect with me. You can do a personal gem session, or you can utilize one of my online courses. Both courses have to do with belief, up-leveling your mindset, as well as gem and essential oils. One is more of an immersive, like really one-on-one for a long period of time. Both are really great, and I would love to help you help yourself and your entire family. Any questions at all regarding this, or did you see something that you had questions about? Feel free to raise your hand or come off mute. I must have been really good at explaining. So I wanted to thank you so much for coming tonight. I really, really appreciate you. Again, there is my website if you guys want to connect with me, if you want to see my courses, or just connect and message me and get more information. Ms. Amanda White, thank you so much for being here again and helping me with the chat. You are always a great support. My business partner, I love you so much. So thank you so much for being here, sister. You guys have been amazing, and it is an open forum. If you guys have questions, I can stop the recording for you really quick.